Alright, man. So I'm gonna make this Warcraft 3 direct strike analysis. It's more of a feedback from the if anybody wants to respond who's watching, because I want to become a better version. I in a way I'm gonna put this guy in blast, but I'm putting myself in blast because I wanna know, did I overreact? Did I did this person like was being a jerk? Because in my perspective, this guy was being a dick, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The reason why I don't want to play online because I'm always dealing with drama, smartasses. Always, I can't put up anymore, man. Now that I'm older. So you tell me. So maybe if it's me that I'm overreacting, so I can improve. And I don't know. I just want to see other people's perspectives. So this is me, as you can see. Let me take out the fog of war. All right. So the person that I'm talking about that I had an argument was this guy right here. This guy right here went through some similar shit to me on Discord, in the sense that he got into an argument and supposedly I think he got banned. I got into an argument with somebody on Discord for on the direct strike group. I was just asking nicely that I couldn't see, and then a smart I was like, "You're avoiding the question" or something like that. So it pissed me off, and I said it backward. You know what? And I started seeing like, you know what, this is gonna lead to drama, and he's gonna respond, or I'm gonna get muted, or I'm gonna get banned for it because direct Discord is just so PC, man. Like there's a lot of hypocrisy. Like I didn't know the guy for him to talk to me like that way, like really rude. I didn't see it. You have to literally click a button. Like I never seen that function before on Discord. So they implemented that you have to literally click on a button just to chat. I just couldn't chat, and I was asking, how do I put this in chat because I can't see it. And that's why I left the group. I don't think I'm gonna come back. Same shit. So I was playing against this guy who did really good and just so happened to have the same bullshit. Let's see if these people go for gold mined. Let's go.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Job's done.
Sure, I don't know who's gonna join me after this.
Job's done.
We'll see. Pretty sure he's probably aware of my channel. I probably have to change the. Yeah, I'm gonna change.
Job's done.
The one I saw orange going a lot of footies, I'm like, oh shit, these people are rushing us. And then I knew blue was gonna bring a lot of huntresses, so I brought already trolls. And I hate trolls because they have a range of 450. So I despise the trolls. They're like my least favorite range units. The archers are paper tigers, but at least they have range. Um, the riflemen are my favorite one, the DPS, and the range is okay, not the best. So usually when you're fighting huntresses, I was dumb enough to put them here or right here in the back. You don't want that. You want at least two spaces right here. So it's one space, two space, and then on the third one you put him because he has 450 range. Because if you put him here, whenever they're doing the glaive, they're gonna hit whatever's in here or whatever's in here. So if I put it in here, the glaive usually doesn't hit the target. This situation it didn't matter because freaking orange, of course, yellow leaked. I don't know why. And this is one of the things that I get annoyed by people is that casters like sorcerers, shamans, banshees, or any other caster, to me, they're support unit. They're not offensive units. The support units are either to support your units or to counter something your opponent is throwing. So more than likely, you wanna spam as much crap towards stuff that has good DPS. Usually um, huntresses, ghouls, and footmen and grunts are like your typical number one. You want to go as tier one. I've seen people put casters and they throw the game. That's the only thing that I kind of see yellow kind of messed up in the beginning. But as you go along, you're gonna see some of the mess ups, and I just want to see some of your perspectives if I messed up and he Teal messed up because we had an argument and we basically like I kicked him off the group and I think he deleted me from friend list because we were friends. And I'm like, shit, man, he has a leech. Let me see if I can get here. I was banking on getting a strength hero.
Job done.
The only reason why I leaked here was because I was gonna get a hero, and I didn't want to get that leech to Frost Nova level 2 and 3 because I know they can retro. So if I kept going of just getting 2 huntresses and 1 troll, eventually the leech was actually gonna be ahead of the game. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get my hero, and I don't care if I leak. It's not like I was leaking that bad. See, I just lost. So I was losing some of my waves in the beginning. And this guy, watch. He's about to post it, I think. Did he put it already? Oh, you can't even see the chat log here. What the heck? Is there a way to see the chat log?
Research complete.
Job's done.
Wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. He already said it. Okay, I said leech because it's basically the same thing, so I'm deleting. Okay, so he skipped his gold mine because he wants to win uh lane, which I get it. Usually a lot of people do that. Purple got his second gold mine, and yellow and orange. Usually people who don't get like their second gold mine before the 8-minute mark, and I seen this a lot on classic. That's why I don't play classic, is people do have the same freaking strategies and they don't even share them. Is that they usually just go 1 gold mine and they spam as much shit as possible. Then when they get fortress, I mean tower, sorry, they get the second gold mine, or they get second gold mine like close to the 10-minute mark. So they play very similar to StarCraft 2 Direct Strike. Anyways, 2 gold mine, 1 gold mine, and 2 gold mine. And I think this guy went tier 2. No, he's tier 1. Okay. Right there. Lenny losing. At this point, I was like, "What the fuck? Why is this guy saying that?" Like, I'm trying. Like, we have basically the same stuff: 4 huntresses, 5 huntresses, 3 trolls, and then he has an extra range. Then he got an item, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get an item. I usually get the pendant mana, so we were like kind of equal here. But at the same time, you gotta understand that orange is spamming a shitload of foodies, so yellow was started actually. Um, Give me 1 second. All right, where did I left off? Oh yeah, so orange was had a shitload of stuff. He didn't even said, "Well, you're leaking because yellow's leaking as well." He didn't say that. No, Lenny losing. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And he's my friend, and he's saying those things, dude. I respond. We have the same thing. At this point, I was kind of bothered, but I didn't like really get annoyed. You'll see the annoyance in the coming minutes. I want to know if I overreacted or this guy was right, or you want to stay neutral on this. Like, I want to see other people's perspective. I'm always dealing with a lot of drama shit on the internet, and you only see one perspective. And I want to see other people's perspectives because I, as a person in 2024, I want to improve. I want to stay away from online games as well because I'm always dealing with issues with people, man. And that's something that you're going to deal with in real life as well. Like, there's always going to be people that you're always going to have into discussions and arguments. Okay, I just say, please statue, stay alive. I needed the statue in order to actually beat Blue this coming wave because he has 6 Huntresses, 7 Huntresses. I banked more on Huntress than range because I knew for a fact that archers are better than trolls, but once you get the trolls berserkers, they kind of even out. But I still think that archers are better in the long run. No, just in general, man. I feel like for DPS, like targeting at one single target, like heroes, trolls are better, but like overall, all units, archers are better in my opinion. Okay. Then he said no, like what, dude? And then he said that I was the rude one. Started winning my day here. So we're on the offensive here. Hit with 1 gold mine, that's fine. 2, 2, 2. Blue got his second one. Orange got his second one. But by this time, close to the 10-minute mark, if you're at 1 gold mine, there's something wrong with you. But right here, if anybody's watching, if you want to learn how to play direct strike, you can stay with 8 gold mine, like probably the first 6, 7, 8 minutes. But once you get close to the 10-minute mark, like 8, 9, and 10, if you don't have the second one, then you need to really get it. A lot of times you probably don't need it because your allies are doing really, really well. But me and Blue have basically the same thing, so we're kind of like half and half. Now Orange and Yellow at this point almost have the same thing because Yellow sure has less melee, but he has statues. Orange has statues. Orange has a really good hero. Yellow has a decent hero. So also he had to rely heavily on his hero because what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of the necros usually they don't have they don't go aggro unless you go for Unholy Frenzy, and he went Unholy Frenzy. He got 2 statues. I usually go for 1, and then in mid to long games I get a second one, and I don't get more than 2. You want to just stay with 2 statues. Unless you want to go for 3 in order just to like have them in front line and like get a lot of the damage. That's if you're only dealing with specific air damage in front, so they can take the bait, and that actually works. But very rare situations you only want to stay with 1 or 2. You don't want, in rare situations you want more than 2. Sorry. Oh, and that's bullshit, dude. He didn't cast the Frost Snowbound. I was actually pissed. But it's a very, very tight game here. And then he went tier 3 to get Griffin. Yeah, against Grunts, yeah, that's good. Yeah, my leech wasn't doing too smart in this round. I don't know what he wanted. I kind of ignored him in here.
Research.
I went tier 3 as well. I started wanting to pump Hippo Riders because if he puts the air in the back, because my intention was like, okay, he put Destroyer. So usually whenever they put Destroyers, that means they have either a Chimera or they have a Frostworm. And sure enough, he has a Chimera. So I'm like, I need some range to snipe whatever range air he has that he's going to put in the back. Because the Trolls only usually going to target here in front and they won't target the back here. The Hippo Riders usually will. Because if he moves the Destroyers a little bit back, like he freaking did right here, he's being a smartass, the Trolls won't target the Destroyers that much. So that's why I ended up getting the Hippo Riders for that very reason. Now this guy later on, he wanted me to get Hippos because he wanted me to snipe whatever air blue has, but keep in mind that one Frost Nova level 3 kills like a big chunk of Hippos. So my idea was like, I'm gonna put Hippos, but first I need a shitload of stuff in the front. I was gonna put Hippos in the back, but this guy, dude. And I don't know if I'm overreacting. I just want to be in a perspective, because at the same time, maybe it was my fucked up. But well, yeah, we'll see.
Job's done.
Yeah, right here. Right here. I gave him, well, since I usually just give advice to some of my allies from time to time. I don't see it like as a wrong thing. He only has 2 sorcerers, so it's not a big deal. Now, if this guy went 4 or more, then that would have been a big deal. But later on in long games, of course, invincibility becomes very, very OP. Nobody has anything to scan. Sometimes they save up heroes. And this is the problem that really annoyed me at this point, was that this guy had the audacity to get a second hero. I want to know, where is his shade? I couldn't even find it when we were playing. He doesn't have one. He didn't get one. So now I could have actually gotten the Sentinels from the Huntress, the whatever they're called, the ability that you can scan it. I didn't get it because I was mostly fighting blue, and Huntresses are kind of weak, so I didn't have any front line. I needed some Mountain Giants for that, and I let blue actually just square off with me like that. And what was the point of getting that? What's the word I'm looking for? The invisibility thing, if most of the purple was gonna kill my rest of my army. So my idea was like, I'm gonna get that invisibility true sight so you can actually see them. It's better than getting the ability for my hunters, because I don't have no front line to defend them, because they drop like flies, the huntresses. Casting invincibility, I'm like, man, I really need to get that, but I wanted to get it after he got his shade. That was my idea. I was waiting for that shade, because shades, of course, they don't last very long. Sometimes they die by spells, or if they get into the fortress, they're gonna get sniped. thing, dude. Finding a bunch of banshees who putting anti-shell and shit. And he already knows that Orange had a banshee, so I don't know why he got a Tauren. No, he was better off getting a siege engine, knowing that he's fighting an army of gargoyles. So he was getting annoyed that this guy's heir was getting sniped by his heir, when in reality I'm fighting blue, I'm not fighting purple. Which I understand now why he got annoyed why I don't have hippos. Yet then again, dude, hippos die in big numbers real quick with leech. If I'm gonna put hippos, they're gonna be in the back. I need a good amount of lane in order to do that. I'm just not gonna put leech hippos right here or right here. It's ridiculous, man. One. Did he get second gold mine? He's still at one gold mine, dude. Keep in mind, it's almost gonna be the 20-minute mark. Oh, and he got a second hero as well. Right now, I'm pretty sure Blue's probably pissed and like fucking A. I want to see if I can stack. And I think his idea was to stack his Necro army. And good thing I had shamans, dude. Because if I didn't have this spell, I might have been in trouble. Because I don't have any AOE here. The only AOE that I had here was Chimeras. But as soon as I pump them, this guy pumps them as well. So figure. See right there? The invisibility would have killed this guy, man. Would have killed this guy, and he's gaining some XP. Now, if that shade would have been there, he would have died. He would have not gained this XP right here. So it's a big. That's the reason why this game got prolonged, because these heroes were staying a little bit longer because of the invincibility. I think Blue had Banshees, so that's the reason why he didn't even bother to make them, because they don't work too well against Huntresses. Dude, this level 6 wrecks the gargoyles up. Look at that. Again, Banshees are possessing his crab. He has Banshees, I get it. But by the time they reach around here, past like the middle line, they have to cast again Magic Show. So what I like to do is that I toggle off Magic Show once they get close to a tower, or if the tower's not here, I'll just put this. Then I activate it, so by the time they reach close to the fortress, they don't have to cast Magic Show again. Now, I don't know if they can actually fix that. I feel like Magic Shell is kind of weak in that regard, that it works usually when you're more in the middle, but whenever you cross the middle, it kind of tends to be weak. I don't know if people are paying attention on that, because it wears off, and then you need to cast it again, and by the time the Banshee casts it again, it's already out of mana, dude. So like I said, you need to really toggle your Magic Shell whenever you're like at the tower or past the tower, like right here's probably like a good spot. Put it on so they can actually uh have it here, so by the time they reach here, everybody's in the shell. If that's the case, then what's the point of having torrent? What's the point of pumping torrents if you're not gonna do that? I didn't even see if he had magic show. Let me see if he casts it. The hell, dude? No magic shield. No magic shield. Sure, purple doesn't have banshees. But look, orange has a shit ton, dude. And then he's possessing whatever army he has left over. The magic show could have actually helped those his army stay alive. And keep in mind, he has also invisibility, man. From if the sorcerers stack up with purple. So, and I still don't see a shade here. I would like to know if there's a shade here. There's none, man. There's none. So, like at this point, I don't have any issues with teal, but you're gonna see them in a bit. I want to see if I'm overreacting or this guy really messed up. I want to know. Because I want to improve as a person. Because I just can't put up with the online community anymore. It doesn't matter which game I play, dude. I just can't put up, but I want to know. If I'm overreacting, maybe I should start getting more patience with people, man. Like... Yeah, that's one of the things that I noticed about Yellow is that he was using web and then he has talents, which I mean the talents and fiends counter each other and siege engines, but you gotta keep in mind that it's not a bad thing if the toggle you do toggle it, so usually a lot of the times the talents get targeted first because they attack air, and the fiends usually stay later. So as soon as you see the talents are gone, turn on the web and then make sure that whatever air is left gets down so they don't end up moving forward to attack the coming attack. And here you see me toggle the dead pack because I want to use it on purple because the gargoyles are just killing his shit. And he listened to me only. Now he would have done web a little bit sooner if I would have pressed send. He would have probably webbed a Chimera or another destroyer. He only did manage to actually web a destroyer, which is fine. He had like what 2 or 3 fiends that were still alive before I said it, so he would have done that. This is the reason why I say that you need to toggle it. Like right before you know that you only have the fiends, you put it on, so make sure you punish their air after the talents are dead, of course. And I think Purple should have sold his gargoyles here, man. Straight up. If he would have sold his gargoyles, if we would have gotten a bunch of knights, he would have penetrated this shit, man. But keep in mind, Teal has banshees, so he kind of was scared on that. But he was not even using them to possess. He didn't even have them as a magic shield. So that would have been like a good just for one big push, man. One big push is all they needed. Then they would have stacked with orange, and it would have been GG for us if we would have died. If he would have done it for one wave, because he saw, okay, this guy doesn't have possession. I'm gonna bank on it. Here we go, dude. This is when I started to get annoyed. This is the part where I started to get annoying. Keep in mind, man, that we were winning. We are not in this side. We are in this side. Oh, he's telling me more hippos. More hippos. I don't know if he meant hipporitis or hippogriffs. I do have both. So he needed to be more specific. And I think English is not his main language. It's not my main language either. But I kind of don't understand this guy. Like, the sentences either doesn't make a lot of sense. At this point I got annoyed because I was gonna first make bad riders. And you see that I was moving here when he told me that. I was actually gonna put the bad riders here. But maybe I overreacted here, but we'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that bad riders suck. Especially against Leech. A Leech would target a bad rider. They have a lot of HP, they won't die. But if a Hippos get targeted, they will die. And when I mean die, I mean like Frost No 1-3. If you didn't get a shade and purple has sorceress, don't come to me. This is the reason why I'm annoyed, because I clearly told this guy something and he ignored me for it. He got a second hero. I think he got this guy when he was level 3. So whenever Keeper was level 3 or level 2 or something like that, he got the freaking Shadow Hunter. So he got him way before level 6. And then now he has his second gold mine after what, 20-minute mark? Then he's telling me that I need hippos. I was gonna get them eventually. And we're winning, dude. We're winning. This is the shit that bothers me. That people are getting annoyed. I wouldn't mind if we were losing. I'll be like, I usually tend to listen more when we're losing, but when we're winning and you're telling me and bossing me the stuff, like, dude, first of all, the reason why we're 20-minute plus game was because Yellow started off very weak. He didn't have enough attackers. He started with a Banshee. He didn't get first hero. He got hero late. And then you got second hero in less than level 6. And here you're bossing me, but you're not telling this guy anything? Like, I don't understand, man. I really don't. Guess what? The reason why this, and you didn't see it because it was really fast, but I heard the sound. I couldn't kill this leech because this asshole ended up saving him. So this time I was like, son of a gun, man, I need to get that gemstone. And where's my huntresses? They're all dead. So that's the reason why I didn't get that upgrade for the huntress. Was because of this reason. Was because I needed to probably make like 5 or more mountain giants just to make it. But what was the point of making mountain giants? Because if I made more in order to actually do that, this guy was making a ton of magic damage. He was just pumping destroyers and then getting a little bit more chimeras. So I didn't want to get checkmated by blue. So I was doing my very best to actually go by in this game. Dude, we could have literally lost this one. Literally, we could have lost this one. It was my wave that came saving our asses, basically. Right here, let me slow it down so you can see. There's still a lot of meat wagons that stayed. So I ended up actually pushing 2 stacks here. You gotta say, well, the destroyers are helping you and the panda. The panda died really quick, so pretty much the destroyer, the statue sorry, is doing a lot of the work as well. Dude, it's not easy to push 2 stacks. And if you know how to play direct, you know that it's not easy, especially somebody that has very similar things than you. And the reason why I'm actually doing better in DPS because I have Bloodlust. I have more damage, so I think this guy was at 0-0, so he started pumping upgrades after the 30-minute mark. I think he had 1-1 or something like that. Something like that. Oh, also purple has a very good hero. Orange has a very good hero. So their level 6 prolongs the game. True Shot Aura. I don't understand why he got that for. I mean, I understand he has a lot of fiends. I don't know. That was a weird one, but yeah, I guess it kind of didn't work. I guess. But keep in mind, if he gets his second hero and he gets a priestess, this thing is useless, pretty much. He wants me to get 20 hippos. I have 6, which is enough to actually just snipe 1 or 2 chimeras that he has. Most of my bad riders are killing a lot of his destroyers. Yeah. Dude, shut up. We are not winning for a reason. You got 2 heroes before 6. This time I was already getting pissed with you. Bossing me, dude. Like literally bossing me. Now I wanna know, maybe I overreacted. Then he calls me an idiot. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna take off the gloves, man, after that. I was really annoyed. Then he had the audacity, because I was the first one to say a bad word to him. I get it. I think I called him an idiot first. Then he calls me an idiot back. I'm like, dude. And then you're gonna see that my score is way better than his score as well. I don't know if I overreacted. Maybe I should have just listened to him. Yeah, then again, dude, I'm dealing with a freaking leech. Oh, keep in mind, a Fire Lord's level 3 can actually does a lot of area effect against hippos. Destroyers, whenever they consume mana, they do area effect. So they tend to kill a lot of the hippos much quicker. And then bad riders, they're very good at actually just killing destroyers. I wanted to get rid of them first before pumping any damn hippos. So I said I'm gonna kick him from the group. You rude. Even yellow knows. You get second hero after 6. Yellow kind of laughed. He didn't want to pick any side, but I mean, most of the people that really know how to play direct strike, they know that you get a second hero after 6. If you're getting it before, you're asking for like the game to be prolonged or to get pushed. And honestly, I'm surprised purple didn't even push teal to actually get tower. And the reason why he didn't was because he had 1 gold mine. That was the only reason. He had a lot of ghouls. Now if this guy, instead of like pumping useless crap like fiends, he would have popped more ground like knights and grunts. And the only reason he kind of didn't pump them much is because he got scared of the banshees. And still had them early on. That's the only reason I feel like he ended up getting a little bit more range, and that was kind of like, I don't know, dude. Guy just got intimidated. That was his issue. Not to mention they got 2 DKs, DKs after 6. They prolong the game. Yeah, they definitely do, man. I think it's the hero that prolongs the game more. Because they bring up anything that's on the ground and it becomes an ability, dude. There's nothing you can do about it. Like they're just attacking your units over and over and over. By the way, the only reason why Blue beat me in damage was because his hero was more alive than my hero, thanks to Purple, is because he didn't have a shade. That's only why he can cast more Novas and just stuff. If I can click this. Okay, he died. So yeah, like what, 1,000 some mana, 800 something like that with just the rope. That's how OP the freaking the leech is at level 10. There you go, 1,000. Well, just because I put attributes, but all the attributes is like probably around 800, close to 900. There you go. That's the only reason why he got slightly more damage, because of the leech. And usually I think like damages doesn't determine 100% a lot of the time from the stuff that wins. A lot of the support units do make a big difference, like sorcerers, shamans that don't contribute a lot towards the damage, and they can help a lot. And trust me, Purple did really good for being such a low level. And the only thing that I feel like he kind of back off from making a lot of ground was because of those banshees. But Teal, you didn't see him not create magic shield, banshee, we scared off. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe he overreacted. I don't know. I want to see if anybody can post something about it or let me know, like in a private. Because that was actually one of the most annoying matches that I had in a while. I'm gonna cut the stream.